Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about products I would repurchase if I lost my entire makeup collection. I don't know about you, but that would be devastating. This was kind of hard for me to pick out products because I had so many products. I was like, oh, but I love this, but I love that. But I really tried to pick out one thing from every category. So primer, foundation, concealer. There is one category that has two products because I couldn't decide. And there are actually two categories that don't have a single product because I don't have a favorite. I like to try a lot of new products in those categories, and so I couldn't pick just one, and I didn't know which one I would actually repurchase. So when we get to those categories, I will let you know which ones they are. But we're going to start off, and I'm just going to run through in the order that I put these products on my face. So first up, we're going to start with primer, and I have the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer, safe for sensitive skin. So I absolutely love this primer. I use it year round. It does three main things that I absolutely love. It hydrates, it illuminates, and it actually helps smooth some of my skin's texture. So I think this is kind of an all-in-one, does everything primer. I actually already went through an entire tube of this, so this actually is a repurchase. But I just think it's a great product for the price. I think it's only $28, and it's just so amazing on the skin. And again, it's safe for sensitive skin, so I don't have to worry about that it's going to clog my pores or cause any irritation. So this is my absolute favorite primer. Next up, we have foundation, and this is actually the category where I have two products because I switch between like a medium coverage foundation and then a very light coverage foundation. I have two different kind of personalities when it comes to foundation, so I have two of my favorites here. First up, for the medium, more buildable full coverage foundation, I have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I absolutely love this. It comes in so many shades. It sits beautifully on the skin. It's very like creamy and hydrating. So even though it is medium, like buildable, it doesn't cake up on the skin or make your skin look dry or anything like that. So I really love that foundation. It's also one of the best color matches for me. I try to swatch it for you guys and you can't even see it because it blends right into my hand. But that's why I absolutely adore it and why I would continue to repurchase it again and again, because it's a great color match. It sits so nicely on my dry skin. And I find that I can really use it year round, whether my skin is super dry in the winter like it is right now, or whether it's kind of more normal to combination in the summer. So the light coverage foundation that I would repurchase would be the Lancome Skin Feels Good. I really like this for in the summertime because it's super lightweight on the skin. You can barely feel it, but it just gives you a nice like even skin tone. It does a very good job of evening the skin and just giving like a very flawless, natural looking base. So I pumped a little bit, that was like the tiniest pump ever, but I pumped a little bit out of my hands, and as you can see, it just like blends right into the skin. This shade is a little bit deeper than my skin tone right now because it is my summer shade. I use this a lot during the summer, but it is really, really nice. It has a very like lightweight, almost balmy consistency that just sits really nicely on top of the skin. I find during the summer that very heavy medium coverage to full coverage foundations just kind of melt off my skin, and it's very uncomfortable, but that gives me a good amount of coverage. It's light to medium, I would say, and it doesn't do that. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It doesn't sit on top, so I really love that. Those are my two foundations because I literally could not choose one. But yeah, so let's move on to concealer, and this category actually surprised me. I didn't think I was going to choose this product, but then when I was looking at my concealers, I was like, this has to be the winner because it is so just universal. So this is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I really like this concealer because even though it gives you like medium to full coverage, it doesn't look cakey or dry under the eyes or anywhere else on the skin. And I find that it works really well with my medium coverage foundations and then also my light coverage foundations. Sometimes more medium to full coverage concealers can look kind of strange when you pair them with a light coverage foundation. You kind of look like a raccoon. You have like no color whatsoever around your eyes, and then the rest of your face is kind of like natural looking. I don't know. It looks very strange. But I feel like this product plays really well with both kinds of foundations, medium, light. So I really, really like it. It blends seamlessly into the skin. It looks like skin. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of makeup under your eyes, which is a look that I really like. A lot of other high coverage or medium coverage concealers tend to crease up and get really cakey underneath my eyes. My eyes are just really dry, but I haven't had that issue with this concealer. I really like it. So moving on to face powder, and I don't really powder my face that often because my skin is very dry, but I recently got a sample of this powder in a like subscription box or a free bag or something, and I fell in love with it. So it is the Cover FX translucent powder, perfect setting powder in translucent, and I absolutely love this. So this powder is super soft and finely milled and sits really nicely on the skin. I find that when I powder my under eyes with it, it doesn't look dry, it doesn't look cakey. You can barely tell that I'm wearing powder. It just looks very natural on the skin. I don't powder my entire face. I only powder my under eyes and then around my mouth where my foundation creases, and it just looks so beautiful. Like, it doesn't look any different than the rest of my skin. It doesn't look drier in those areas after I use this. It just looks natural. So I really love this powder. If you have dry skin, I would definitely recommend checking it out because it is one of the only powders so far that I've found, and I haven't tried them all, that work really well for my dry areas. So I've really been loving this. Alright, what else do we have here? So let's continue with face products. I have my cheek products here, and first up I'm going to talk about bronzer. So obviously I love bronzer. Bronzer is like my favorite makeup product, I think. I think foundation and bronzer. But anyway, so bronzer was kind of hard for me to choose because I like different things in my bronzers. Sometimes I want something that's more cool tone to contour. Sometimes I want something that has a little bit of shimmer in it. Sometimes I want something that's just matte. So this category was really difficult for me to decide. But I think at the end of the day, if I had to repurchase one product, it would be the Lila B Sunkissed Bronze Beauty. I like this product because it does have the two sides to it. There's like a deeper side and then a lighter side. So it's pretty customizable when you kind of swirl your brush in. If you want it to be a little bit deeper, you could stay to this side. If you want it to be a little bit lighter, you can stay to this side. And I like that it just has a nice shimmer to it. It's not overly shimmery where you can see it on the skin, but it's just a nice natural sheen that makes it look very natural on the skin and doesn't make it look dry or powdery. So I really love this bronzer. I love the packaging. I love the brand Lila B. I think their products are really good. So I would definitely, even though it's a little bit pricey, repurchase this right away. It's amazing. The only thing I don't love about these products is how dirty the packaging gets. I don't know if you guys can see that because my camera's not really focusing, but it gets so dirty around the edges of this white here from like swirling my brush in, but that's just a little nitpicky thing. I love this bronzer. If you like shimmery, natural looking bronzers on the skin, I would definitely recommend you guys go check this out because it's one of my favorites. And then the next two cheek products that I have are actually both cream products. So first up is highlighter, and this is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Highlighter in Champagne Flash. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. I absolutely adore this. I like this product because it looks really nice on the skin. It blends in super nicely. You can kind of do a subtle highlight, or you can kind of really build it up and get some intense glow. But what I love most about it is that it plays really well with powders or even just on top of like foundation. Sometimes there will be times when I powder my under eyes and I go a little bit too far down onto my cheeks, and I know that I don't have to worry about using this product over top of that because it works well even on top of powders. So I really don't have to worry about this product or worry about what other products I'm using with it. It works really well on top of any type of product, so I really enjoy this. Also, this color just really works well for my skin tone. I have it on right now. It blends seamlessly into my skin tone. You can't really see any of the like pigment or anything, which is the type of highlight that I like. I like my skin to just look glowy and wet. Like, I don't like you to be able to see it. So that's why I really enjoy this. I also like, one more thing, that it doesn't cling to any of my texture on my cheeks. I do have some skin texture because my skin is so dry. So that's another positive of this product. Because it is a cream, it doesn't cling to any of those textury spots. So then next up I have the blush that I would keep. And I don't really wear blush that often. I really only wear blush kind of in the summer because I feel like with a tan, it just lends really well to my coloring. In the winter and stuff when I'm really pale, I tend to just wear bronzer and not really a lot of blush. So the blush that I actually picked is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Glow Stick. And the blush is like this watermelon-y pink color. I just find that when I have like a tan or a little bit of coloring, this looks so beautiful on my skin. And again, because it is a cream product, it doesn't cling to any texture. It just like blends really seamlessly into the skin. And I feel like I could even make this work kind of in the winter as well. Just like a nice like light pink cheek. So I feel like it's a very versatile product. Even though I don't really use it in the winter, I feel like I could. So that's why I chose this. I felt like the color was really versatile, and I like, again, that it's a cream product, so I don't have to worry about it clinging to any texture. I feel like with blushes, it's hard for me to find ones that I really, really love because A, I just really don't love blush, and B, because my skin is so dry, adding another layer of powder can kind of just make it look dry and cakey, and that's just not something I want to look like. So I really like this product. It has that balmy consistency, again, that just sits really nicely on the skin, so I really enjoy this product. Alright, so now we're moving on to eye products, and this is probably the more fun categories. First up, I want to talk about the eyeshadow palette that I would repurchase, and that is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I absolutely adore this palette. I think it's a really good universal palette. You have warm tones, you have cool tones, you have neutral tones. You kind of have everything you could ever possibly want in a palette. So that's kind of why I would repurchase this first. I was going between this and one of my ABH palettes because I absolutely love those. But I just felt like with this palette, you get a very good range of shades. And if I lost every single one of my eyeshadow palettes, I'd have a lot of makeup to do. So I feel like this would be a good place to start since you do have such a variety in here. And the formula in here is really, really nice. I think this is the best formula that Urban Decay has come out with in the recent years. I'm not a huge fan of the Naked palettes. I feel like this one was a lot better than any of the Naked palettes they've released. So I really enjoy this palette, and yeah, this would be my first eyeshadow repurchase. So because a lot of the times I do use cream shadow over powder shadow, I did want to add in the cream shadow that I would repurchase first, and that is the Tarte Chrome Paints. These are the best cream eyeshadows if you want like a really intense pop of color. I do have others that I love as well, but I just feel like for the intensity, I would go for these first. Ow! I just punched my table. So this is the shade Frosé. This is like the pinky gold one, and I'll swatch it for you guys quickly. I just think that this formula is honestly one of the best. It is so creamy and goes on so pigmented onto the eyes, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. So this is the shade Frosé. Kind of has that pink and gold shift to it. And then I also have the shade Sun Drenched, and this is more of like a straight up gold, and then that's Sun Drenched. So as you can see, they're super metallic. They look beautiful on the eyes. I love to use these as toppers over like an eyeshadow look, or sometimes I'll even just use them by themselves. So again, they're very versatile products, and definitely ones that I would have to repurchase immediately because I use them so often in my makeup. So then the two categories that I was talking about before, where I couldn't pick a product, are both in the eye category. And the first one is mascara. So I'm not like die-hard committed to a mascara because I like to try new ones, and I really haven't found one that I absolutely love. There are a lot of ones that I really like and that I think are really good, but I haven't found like a die-hard mascara that I would immediately repurchase. So I don't have a product in that category, and then I also don't have a product in the category of eyebrow pencil. Again, I'm not loyal to any one eyebrow pencil. I'd probably just pick up whichever one was most readily available to me at the time, because a lot of times I'll just use a gel in my eyebrows or like a tinted gel. So eyebrow pencils probably wouldn't be my first purchase. Like, I would rather purchase an eyebrow gel first before a pencil. So moving into the eyebrow gel, the first one that I would repurchase is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I absolutely love this stuff. It makes my brows look so fluffy, and it combs all the hairs up, and honestly when I use this, I don't even really need to fill in my brows because for some reason it just makes the hairs look like there are more there. I don't know how it does it, but it makes my eyebrows look really, really nice, and maybe I'll go in and fill in a few gaps, but I really don't need to do much when I use this gel. So I would definitely repurchase this first before any eyebrow pencil or anything else because I just really, really love this product. And then last but not least, we have the lip product that I would repurchase first, and that is the Lancome matte little shakers here. I absolutely love these. I love that you can kind of treat them as more of a stain or actually more of like a matte pigment on your lips. So I have 3 shades here, but I would probably purchase the nude one first. This is Completely Nut. I absolutely love this shade. It's beautiful. It's like the perfect nude for my lips and my skin tone, and it's just a really beautiful formula. So I love this lip product. I pretty much wear it every day. I'm not very adventurous with lip products, so that's not really a surprise to you guys, I know. But yeah, that would be the first lip product that I repurchased. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see other categories of my beauty products that I would repurchase first. I was thinking about doing one of skincare or maybe my brushes, but let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up it and go subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.